Moving on to this next game. So the Ravens win their fourth consecutive game after beating the Browns 23-16. Shedeur made his NFL debut after Dylan Gabriel had to exit early due to concussion protocol. So Arabia, what did you think of his debut and then that game as a whole?
I was really, really excited to see 12 come on the field. I know we all can criticize his game and say that he holds him to the ball for too long, this, that, and the third, but you can criticize everybody's game. And I think that it's okay to point out things where he can get better, but also root for him. So I'm definitely rooting for him. I was really excited to see him step on the field. But here's the thing. If Joe Flacco was benched in Cleveland, gets shipped off in his division, and starts balling with another team, then Dylan Gabriel comes in. Dylan Gabriel faced some of the same challenges that we saw Shador Sanders face today. They're both getting sacked. They're both just kind of in these precarious situations. I think the Browns' offense is bad. If you've gone through three different quarterbacks and all three at some point have gone through very similar struggles, and one of them was actually benched and chipped away, I think it has more to do than just with the quarterback. Also, a lot of people are talking about how Shador Sanders hasn't gotten any reps with the ones. A couple things about that. Most backup quarterbacks don't get reps with the ones. That's very normal. If you're a backup quarterback in the NFL, most of the time you don't get reps with the ones. Now, the thing that kind of throws that off is that Dylan Gabriel was getting reps with the ones. And head coach said, well, the reason why he's getting reps with the ones is because Joe Flacco is a veteran. He doesn't need all the reps. We can share it with the rookie. So I think people were expecting the same thing. Well, if Dylan Gabriel got reps with the ones, then why didn't Shador Sanders? And there's a whole thing about it. Either way, if he's a backup in the NFL, usually the thought is that you come in and you're prepared. So I think, considering the fact that the Browns' offense is just off, regardless of who's in at quarterback, Shedeur is really getting reps with the ones for the first time since being drafted. And he's coming in against a Ravens defense. I'm not jacking all this Shedeur doesn't look good. Like, we just got to give him a lot of grace. He's a rookie, and there's a lot that's stacked up against him. So I was excited to see him. I'm rooting for him. And I hope we get to see him again. But also, I hope that Dylan Gabriel gets well. And I hate to see it under these circumstances, but I'm rooting for Shedeur. I hope that he does well.
Yeah. Shout out to how you say his name, Dylan Gabriel. I definitely hope he gets well. I was really excited to see Shedeur get on the field. But the one thing I was thinking as soon as he came in, the first thing that went through my mind is like, why do you bring him back against this team? Like, if there was a team to come back against, this is already a team that's supposed to be in the past known for great defense, and now you bring Shedeur, and they can't afford to allow Shedeur to go crazy. So they did what they were supposed to do. I think it was very unfortunate he came in against the Ravens, but he did get a shot. So then when your number is called, you got to be ready. I just look at it like that, but I definitely think, like, as time go on, he'll get better, and he'll motivate that team. All the inspiration they're looking for, hopefully bring that to the table, because there's a lot riding on this. It looked like they just threw him in there like to the wolves. To me, that's what it looked like to me.
Mace, what if Dylan Gabriel get a concussion? What else were they supposed to do?
They could have put him in before the concussion killer.
I'm about to leave the whole show.
You can't wait. You can't put a nigga in against the Bulls.
Now shit just getting crazy.
You can't put him in there against the Bulls.
That's crazy. Now, I predict a concussion is about to happen.
Yeah,
let's get Shedeur in there.
No, listen, Killer, let me explain it. If you ask me a hot question,
I'm listening.
Because I got an answer.
I'm listening.
We just saw a Giant team. Is this correct, Arabia and Stat? Where the coach went in the tent and knew this guy was under concussion protocol and said, still leave him in. I don't care what. Don't put, what was that, Russell Wilson in, right? So there's times when they could overrule it. They just chose. I just think right now that if you're gonna play Shedeur, you gotta give him more leeway to get ready for the game.
That was a terrible example. That was terrible.
I'm not. Yeah,
that was a terrible. Bro, that was. You usually good at spinning. That one wasn't good.
The way it happened, he was trying to rush him out of concussion protocol to take Russell Wilson out, but that was a violation because he's not supposed to do that as a coach.
Yeah,
it
Russell
wasn't
Wilson
like
was in.
That was prediction. He was in.
What I'm basically saying, I'm on a hot seat, but what I'm basically saying is Shedeur cannot just be thrown in there against the Ravens. Like, you can't throw him in there against the Packers.
What I'm saying is
if you're gonna bring him along slowly. Don't expect him to do well. That'll be a better way to say it. Don't expect him to do well if you throw him in there against an elite team like.
What I'm saying is they not throwing him in there. It's just the way it goes. The nigga got a concussion. You the next man up.
No, I understand that.
Yeah. So both of y'all are right. He didn't get Arabia. You made a really valid point. Because I wasn't gonna say that. But if he's not getting the reps and getting the practice, and you know he's your backup quarterback, look. Any fucking quarterback could go down at any minute. You have to be ready as a backup quarterback. It don't matter what team you in. But if you're not getting the reps and not getting the practice that you're supposed to get, and then you just randomly get thrown in the game, not thrown in, but you have to go in because you're the backup quarterback, don't expect a lot of production. Like, the nigga didn't fucking get no practices. Because the plan was not to put Shedeur in. Y'all didn't think Dylan Gabriel could get hurt, but anybody could get hurt at any fucking minute. And Arabia, you made some other great points. It's a problem with fucking Cleveland's offense. Their defense is tremendous. They have great defense, but their offense is a problem. I think that you said it. I don't know if you said it on this show, Arabia, or you said it on your show. You said that if you take Cleveland's defense and the Bengals offense and put them together, then you got a complete great team. And that's a fact. Even though the Bengals didn't play great on offense today, they fucking had 80 points in 2 games. Cleveland has a great defense. And these two niggas need to meet in Columbus, halfway in between both fucking cities, because both of them one can't do nothing on offense, one can't do shit on defense. But back to Shedeur. Shit. He didn't fucking get a chance. And I think, to be totally honest with you, when he got in the game, you seen that shit, bro. The defensive coordinator for the Ravens was like, yeah, we got one. We got one. And not to Shedeur's discredit, but he knows that he probably isn't getting the reps. That Arabia said, not just getting the reps, he hasn't played all season. So they dialed up every blitz package they could get. The boy was getting blitzed out of control to the point where he got sacked. Now the defensive niggas, after the sack, they celebration, they doing all this after the fucking celebration. After they sacked him, I felt really bad for him out there. Not because, that's my little bro and all that shit. But at the end of the day, it just looks like they weren't ready. In Arabia, you brought some great points up. But I think this is what I will say. When you in concussion protocol, you out next week too. So Dylan Gabriel will not be playing next week if it's a concussion situation. So Shedeur has all week to practice with the team, with the offense, and hopefully he'll get some good reps and he'll play better next week. Yeah. But yeah, how May said it, they definitely threw him to the wolves, but that's just part of football. When you next man up, it can be any given Sunday that any quarterback gets hurt.
Yeah. But also to Mace's point, like, it does really suck because people are just going to use this as a thing to be like, oh, we told you Shedeur shouldn't have been in, da-da-da. It's like the whole situation for them is just like, we already know the Deshaun Watson situation. Then you got Dylan Gabriel, then you got Shedeur. Like, you can only go between the two. So just the fact that this was the situation is just like, damn. So I'm hoping there's upside. But then also on the other side, even it's just in this game alone, the Ravens didn't look too hot either because we saw that the Browns were ahead for most of the game. And all of the mistakes. Good. Yeah, all the mistakes, like, they were able to catch up. But just the whole game in general was real interesting to watch. But I'm hoping that.
But see, to be honest with you, Stat, to add on to what you're saying, and like I said, I'm not fucking throwing salt on the wound.
Yeah.
But it kind of started going the Ravens' way when Shedeur got in.
Yeah.
Just the fact they scored 13 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And it's like it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's real messed up situation. But next they play the Raiders, so should be. I don't know.
You gotta call Tom Brady. He definitely gotta call Tom Brady and get dialed in because I really hope he does exceptionally well because I think the situation that they got him in is one where it's predicted to fail, and they're trying to put him in a position to fail. I don't even think the organization of the Browns want him to succeed, and that's a crazy take to say, but that's what it's given. You know, it's not given that they want him to succeed at all. So I don't think if they lose another game that they're surprised or that they even care at this point. If he does well, it's going to be just because he wants to do well, and that's the pedigree that he comes from. And I hope he listens to this and take that into consideration. Just because everybody wants you to fail around you doesn't mean you give in to that and allow that to be true. I hope he have a breakout game next week.
Yeah. But it's still a damn if you do and damn if you don't situation, because then you know if they do beat the Raiders, people are going to say, well, it's the Raiders. Da, 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 da. So I'm just hoping.
Well, they the Browns. They ain't like, yo, they ain't like they fucking, y'all the Browns. It's just as bad.
Yeah.